Good day, everyone. My name is Coach Salisu. As you know, every Friday we do this session centered on question and answer on Royal Q. So you either drop your question on the chat box or you put up your digital hand so that we will unmute you for you to ask your question. Yeah, ask questions related to your trading, anything you don't understand or you want to know more, throw more light on something. You ask your question, you provide an answer to it by God's grace. So you started now. Go on. Either you drop your question on the chat box, like I said, or you put up your digital hand so that you'll be able to ask your question. Yeah. At the moment, you can unmute this guy, Lisa Bright.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm listening, Lisa. Can Lisa. Can Lisa go on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
Okay. So I tried to pick a trade or just testing out picking trade and trading view. Then I noticed that from the instructions that you gave us for an uptrend where the line is between, so you mentioned when it is between, I'm sorry, let me just extract that message, between 50 and
go on. We don't have time. Just make sure you. Please,
yes,
if you're
so
asking, make sure you ask all the questions so that we want to see how we can accommodate provide answer to as plenty questions as possible. Thank you. So go on, Lisa.
So you said that for a current candle between measure from the 50 to the 23.6 line and 50
Yes.
to 100 line and 100, but you did not mention when it is between 23 and 38.
No. When you find the current candle on 50, right? You between 50
Yes.
and 100, you measure to
Yes.
50. But if you want to get out faster, you measure to 63.8. If you want to get out faster, that's in between 50 and 100. But when you find the current candle on 50, you are to measure to 23.6. That 33, is it 33 or 38? Is in between 23.6 and 50. So if you want to get out faster from that coin, you measure to 38 point something. Is it 38.2 or so? Measure to that place and get out so that you get out faster from the trade and pick another one.
So, what if it's between 38 and 23? That's the one I mean.
38 and no, you don't pick it. That's not the only trade. Anytime you see a coin like that, there are 375 or 79 or 78 coins on RealQ. If one coin is not giving you what you want, go to another one.
Okay. Thank you very much. I wanted to clarify that part. Thank you.
Remember, I'm still reiterating in the last session we had on Sunday. These two indicator tactics, the market is not our father's market, it's not our mother's market. It gives you 60 to 70% accuracy. When I say 60 to 70% accuracy, that is to say, if we use these tactics to pick, let's say, 10 trades, 60% of those trades will deliver. The remaining 40% might end up in floating loss, but it will be giving you what? Soft sell. That's why you have margin calls. That's why you see RPTMI standard always has what our Excel template has margin calls, just in case, right? This is part of retail trading. There's another coin they called smart money concept. That one gives you 90% accuracy, right? So that's not what we are teaching here. We are teaching retail trading. I just want you to know this so that in case you pick a trade, you say, but he said this now, but it didn't happen now. So that you should understand that this is how it is. I hope you get what I'm saying.
Yes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Next person. ask your question so that we answer it. Some of you will come and be asking questions on the chat. You don't want to attend Zoom, come to Zoom and ask your question, right? This is where you learn. We don't care whether you are in our team, whatever, as long as you are doing Royal Q. Come and ask your question for us to answer your question. Today is centered on question and answer, just for the latecomers. Come and ask your question. If your upline is not responding to you, attending to you, come to Zoom and ask your question. That's why we have this topic. So we're still waiting for question. If you cannot put up your digital hand to ask your question, you can just type it on the chat. I'm here to see question on the chat. It seems like some of us don't have questions. We are okay.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Pinlisa, you can go on. I'm listening.
Okay. So I noticed that for some of my trades, so for instance, I'm trading 520 per coin. I noticed that some trades have bought more than 520 already, but they've not finished the margin call.
Some trade has bought more than 520.
Yes, so they buy more than the amount that is allocated for them, and
Check
even
the first buy
without
is your
exhausting.
buy. The fault must be from your first buy, should be from your either from your first buy or from your multiple buying ratio. Check, confirm from your multiple buying ratio. Are you using the multiple buying ratio that is? I don't know how you computed the multiple buying ratio, but however, if you are using Magic Pi for 520, go and check the multiple buying ratio, compare it with the one you have saved on your Royal Q, and compare and also check the first buy. If they are the same, then you should buy more. You should buy more than 520.
I didn't get the last part you said. If they are the same.
I said, didn't you get the setting from an Excel template?
Yes, I did.
And so you go back to that Excel template. If you are using 520 for a coin, remember that if you are using 520, you must subtract 20 from the 520. It is 500. Please, let me attend to. Let me finish with that. I will attend to you. So as I was saying, Pinlisa, if you are using 520, you just go to the Excel template, subtract 20 from the 520, you'll be left with 500. It is 500 you type on the remark section, not 520. So when you type 500 on the remark section, you go down below the Excel, you'll see total 520. So you now confirm and check, is the multiple buying ratio the same thing with the one you saved? If they are the same, there is no how you should buy more than 520. I hope you get this.
Yes. Okay, I'll check again. Thank you very much.
All right. So I saw a question on some of us might be playing with, maybe some of us were not taking this question, and I myself, I'm also learning. Because once you ask a question, and probably my team member might also have that same challenge that you're having. So I already have an answer waiting for such kind of team member. This is why we created this session as question and answer. So every day you call, some of us have challenge, some of us don't understand something, either in the app or there's something we want more clarity on. That's why we have this session. You come and ask your question. We don't care whether you are in any or as long as you are doing royalty. Come and ask your question so that we will provide an answer to it. Somebody say King Balaam Etowa. He said, can I start this business with $100 and minimize my profit by trading at least 3 coins? Yeah, you cannot. Our standard, you can trade after you have activated your boat. After you have activated your boat, right? You can now what? And funded your royalty with $20 for gas fee. You can trade with $100, but $100 is only for 1 coin. If you want to trade more than 1 coin, you need to get another money. Let's say you have $300, so you can trade 3 coins, $100 per coin. The minimum you can have on a coin, based on our standard RQTMI standard, which is RQTMI Team Motion International. Based on our standard, we use $100 for a coin. $100 for a coin. Either you use default setting, bull status category 1 or bull status category 2. That is what you should do. King Dauda, you said you have a question. Yeah. It's either you put up your digital hand or you type the question on the chat. Anyone that suits you, do it. You can do it.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello, my coach.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, my question goes as this. Let's say if I'm doing bull tactics using category 1, and it happens that I have exhausted my margin call 1, 2 to 4, and it has bought all the margin calls. So, and it continues to go deep, like let's say minus 20 or so. So can I still, if I have more dollar, can I buy it at that deep? Because I know last there was a lecture you did about the default settings. I understand the default settings. You can use either Magic 2 or Magic 1. So I understand that one for default settings, but I didn't say anything about the bull settings. The bull strategy. So that was why I said to if I'm
Go on. I can hear you.
Yes, sir. So if I can buy the dip also, since I have extra dollar.
Yeah. You can do it like this. There are 2 ways you can go about it. For example, let's assume you are using Magic 5 to trade, and you are using bull tactics category 1, and before you use any of the setting, either the default setting or bull tactics category 1 or bull tactics category 2, you must ensure you understand the condition, right? For example, you are using default setting. The condition is you are going to make money uptrend and downtrend. However, your take profit, which is the whole position take profit, right, is not going to be on 100% of your capital.
Okay.
But if you are using bull tactics category 1, the condition is you are going to make money uptrend. That's 1. 2, you are not going to make money downtrend. 3, the take profit is on 100% of your capital.
Wow.
If you are using bull tactics category 2, the condition is you are going to make money uptrend. That's 1. 2, you are going to make money downtrend. 3, if the trade exhausts your margin call, you have to remain patient for the trade to go back, go up, or if you have more money, you buy more of the coin. Now, in your own case, you are using, let's say you are using bull tactics category 1, and it has finished buying the margin. All your money has entered the coin at margin call 4, and you are still going down. It has gone down, and you are in a floating loss of 20, based on the fact that you understand that I already know what I'm doing. Now it is in minus 20. You can buy more of the coin. For example, you have 520 on the coin, and it's showing minus 20 floating loss. If you inject another 520, it will reduce the floating loss to 10%. So if your take profit is 3%, it means that immediately this coin pump to 13%, it's going to sell and give you 3% of no longer 520. Because you have injected another 520, it's now going to be 3% of $1,040. Another more, let me go on again. You are in a floating loss of -20 and you have 520, right? If you do manual replenishment and you put another 520, like I said, it will reduce the floating loss to -10, right? So the total USDT on the coin now is 1,040, and your floating loss is -10, right? If you want to reduce the floating loss further by half, you go back, the total USDT on it is 1,040 now. If you inject another 1,040, it will now reduce the floating loss from 10 to 5%, which means the total USDT on the coin now will now be what? 2,080. Your take profit, if it is 3%, is going to now give immediately the coin pump to 8%. You just add your take profit to the floating loss. What is the floating loss? If the floating loss is -5 at the time you injected your 2,000 and total USDT is 2,080, your floating loss is -5. Remove the minus from the 5, you have 5. Add your take profit to it, it becomes 8. So which means if the coin pump to 8%, you are now going to make 3% of the 2,080. My brother, if you do the math, 3% of 2,080, that's $62. Convert that money to Naira, that's 90,000. What did you do? Did you stress yourself? Just continue.
Wow.
Money is free. It's just information.
Right.
It's just information. Once you lay your hands on information, you just lie down in your room. You can spend 4 months in your house. You're not going out, but you're making money. Good money. All right. I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Coach.
You're welcome, King. Yeah. King Abdurrahman, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Coach Salisu,
Yeah,
good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, I really appreciate your lecture, and God will bless you for this opportunity and poverty elevation you are doing to young guys. May God reward you. Yeah, number one, I really want to give what's it called? Applaud to this wonderful robot. In fact, before now, I was in doubt when my upline introduced me on I think the first day of Ramadan. This current Ramadan, this last Ramadan, the first day I met this guy and he introduced me to that. So I was skeptical at the time. Later I said, let me give it a try. So, and since then I've never regretted. So I really appreciate, and the logic, the strategy that you guys have put on to every one of us to a better understanding. I appreciate you. God will reward you. Yeah, my question now is that I'm also trying to propagate the goodwill of this robot and all our coaches. And one of the questions that crossed my mind is that when these questions come from any of the what's it called, newbies, how do I handle it? My question is, this robot, yes, is connected with our Binance or any of our exchange. Now, the good thing is that we instructed robot, we give a particular what's it called, instruction to have access to a particular amount. Fine, but what of in a case, could there be any reason that this robot is not up probably it is, let me put it in this manner, that could there be anything that will happen to the robot and the money that is already on trade will get lost? That's my number one question. Number two is that at the time when this robot is trading, and you just want to, like, this trade is getting long, probably you need to have a withdrawal for emergency and the stuff like that. Could there be any opportunity for one to say you want to withdraw okay, probably the network of the robots is not available, and the money is always in the Binance, just that they have connectivity. Could there be any chance for somebody to liquidate that thing, as in to withdraw that amount from your for your exchange, instead of allowing the robots to finish the trade? That's number two question. Then number three, sometimes I always get confused when I see my robot trading amount and I'm seeing the amount that is displaying on my exchange is not always the same thing. Like when I have 150 current trading amount, then in my exchange I'll be having maybe like 130 or 130 something. So I get confused somehow. That's number three. I just want to summarize all my questions so that I don't come again. Now the third one is that all these strategies and this margin calls value, could there be any, is it mandatory that we go by those margin calls value, like using 15 for call 1, call 2, call 3, call 4 up to 8? Is it a must? What I mean is that when I say I want to trade with 150 and I am giving my first buy to be $100, I'm left with $50. So, and I want to set like 4 margin calls. Can I do 12.5, 12.5, 12.5 in 4 places? Or is a must I must do 15%? So that's my question, sir. Probably maybe when you answer it, I can now come up with more clarification. Thank you.
Okay, so if I should understand what you said, the first question you said that is there something that might happen to RoyalQ? What if something happened to RoyalQ? What's going to happen? What's going to be the fate of your money? Your money
yes.
is not in RoyalQ. Your money is in Binance, protected by what is called API, Application Program Interface. Also, what is called secret key, and also what is called IPS. These are tools that protect your account, preventing RoyalQ from withdrawing your account. When you're doing the binding, the only thing you ask RoyalQ to do for you is what enables spot and margin trading. You are telling RoyalQ to only monitor spot market for you. You will see withdrawal. You do not enable it. It means that it cannot do anything unless monitoring the spot market for you. That's the only thing it can do. And that's the only thing Binance can allow RoyalQ to do. Aside that, it can never, I repeat, in my words, in capital letter, it cannot touch that money in your Binance. This is why RoyalQ is a unique and the best business, online business in the world. Why? You are not giving anybody your money. Your money remains in your custody. So whatever happened to RoyalQ, let's say, God forbid, and you say RoyalQ say they are not doing anything, they are not doing RoyalQ again. Your money is in your Binance, not in RoyalQ. The second question you asked, and I answered the first question to your understanding. The answer I provide for your first question, are you okay with it? So I'll move on. I can see maybe you're still on this, you're not on this call. Are you still on this call, King Abdurrahman? I think Abdurrahman, are you still on this call? King Abdurrahman, are you still on this call? King Abdurrahman, are you still on this call? I'm answering your question and you're not on this call. It means that network have threw you out. Okay. I can see maybe probably you joined back. King Abdurrahman, are you still on this call? Okay. Please stay close so that you will listen to the answer of the question you asked.
Yes, I'm back. My network just went off. Sorry.
Okay, but you heard the answer I provided to your first question, right?
Yes.
Okay,
That you said
second
my money is not in Royal Q, is in Binance. That's what I heard last.
Yes. There is no how real you can touch your money in your Binance. There is no any physical business. Tell me which physical business you can do of which your money is in your custody. Everything about business you have to give somebody. If it is real estate, you except if you are the one that is monitoring it. As long as you are not the one that is monitoring it, there is high probability of you losing that asset or money. This is what royalty has come to solve. A lot of people lose money. Just yesterday, this morning, a Ponzi scheme was launched in Abuja, capital of Nigeria. They even have an office. They even, to the extent of even going to NTA to conduct their Ponzi scheme. That Ponzi scheme has shut down.
Yes.
Why? Because their money is not in their custody. That's why they left. Please, can you just go that list? You ask 3 questions, I have not just answered one. You need to ensure you are not in a noisy place. Number 2 question you ask, let's move on so that others will also ask their question. Number 2 question you ask is, should there be a case where you are trading a coin and the coin has gone into floating loss? Can you withdraw your money? Let me ask you a very sensible question. You have a shop and you have bought bag of rice. You bought 5 bags of rice at 50,000 per bag, $50 per bag. Total will now be $250. If the value of the bag has gone, all the bags of rice you bought has gone down to $200, will you sell? Let's say you need money urgently. For those the value of bag of rice has gone down by $10 each of them. So everything, if you want to sell, is now going to be $200. Will you sell? King Abdurrahman, will you sell?
I will not sell.
Okay, that is the issue. No matter how you need money, you will go and look for money somewhere else because you don't want to touch that. That's your bag of rice. Because if you go and you want to sell, you are selling at a loss of $50.
Yes. Very correct.
If you are in any trade and the trade is against you, the only thing you can do if you need money, market Royal Q. If you don't have money, market Royal Q. If one person activates you get $30, you can use it to solve your problem.
You are correct.
Let me tell you, some people on this call, I'm taking my time to answer your question because if I'm answering your question, it's also helping others to learn. Let me tell you something. Royal Q is easy to market. It is you that don't believe that it's easy. You believe that it's difficult. That's why it's still difficult for you. As long as you believe something is easy, it's going to be easy. Whatever you believe is what is going to happen. Let me tell you, some people, I want to achieve something before I market Royal. My brother, my sister, did Mark Zuckerberg achieve something when he launched Facebook in 2004? He launched Facebook in 2004. Did he say he needs to buy a car and a house before he launched the application in 2004? No. And he's the richest. He is the youngest, richest billionaire in the world. Go and Google what I'm telling you. This guy
very correct.
From you and I, everybody on this call, Mark Zuckerberg is making money from us. As long as you open your WhatsApp, Once you open your WhatsApp, it's making money because your data is going. It is from that place it's making its money.
Yes, very correct.
You go to Facebook, you're not even using WhatsApp alone. Once you open Facebook and you're going scrolling, that scrolling you're doing is making money.
Very correct.
Just last year alone, 2023, last year alone, just Facebook alone generated $139 billion as revenue. The fourth year he launched Facebook, he was able to get 1.2 million subscribers. That as of 2004. And you launched your royalty, you activated your royalty, you are saying, I want to achieve something, which means you don't want to do what the rich is doing. That's why you remain where you are. You don't want to do what the rich is doing. All the rich are not sitting down in one small office collecting salary. All of them are networking. No any rich man, go and Google. No any rich man that is a rich person that is not networking. Whether it's Jeff Bezos, whether it's Warren Buffett, all of them are networking. They are using people to make their money. They are selling something. Starbucks is selling an application to you, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. He's selling it to you to make money. Elon Musk is selling Starlink, he's selling Tesla to you to make money. He is not sitting down in one office collecting salary. Why don't you also follow the same footsteps? So, in summary, the synopsis, in order to allow some people to ask their questions, that is it. Once you are in a floating loss, you remain patient. If you need the money urgently, go and become aggressive in marketing royalty on your WhatsApp status, Facebook, Instagram. Once you market it, if you don't know how to market it, go and save that. Any leader you see that is focused, save his number, copy his WhatsApp status, and put it on your own. Anybody that asks you about reality, invite the person to Zoom. That's how you get your activate. That's the second question. I think that's the second question you asked. The third question you asked, I can't remember. Maybe you remind me.
Okay. The third question is that if how do I put it? Okay. That when
you say talk about the setting. Let me tell you something.
The amount.
Everything in royalty, whether it's Team Motion, whether it's Team Crypto Ambassador, whether it's Team Unstoppable, whether it's Team Superstar, whether it's Team Explorer, any team, whether it's Team, every team has their style and their setting.
Okay.
Motion International, Reality in Motion International, we have our setting on Excel templates. It is not casted on stone. If you like, you can tweak it to suit you, but our standard is what you see in that Excel template.
Okay.
That is our standard, and that is what our team, Reality Motion International members are using. It is not casted on stone. If you like, you can tweak the multiple buying ratio to suit you, depending on how you understand the market. That's what you think is that works for you. You can do it that way. You can follow another team setting. So another team you are doing their own package, you can follow it. You can change your first by anyhow you want. You can set it. It's not a must.
Okay, sir. So the last one is the amount in Royal Q is not equivalent with the amount in Binance, so to say.
Okay. Royal Q, anytime Royal Q take your money to buy a coin, the amount of money it used is what you see on that coin. But when you, for example, Royal Q use $100 to buy a coin for you, you will see $100 on that coin. Once you tap on strategy, you will see $100 on that coin. But when you go to your exchange, if the coin is on floating loss of 20%, you will see $80 in your exchange. You will see it's only telling you that from your money, I use $100 to buy this coin. But when you go to the exchange, you see floating loss. Because you're in a floating loss of 20%, you will see $80 in your exchange.
Okay.
However, if you are
Understanding.
taking 5% of that $100 and you're using both tax category 1, when the coin sell, if you go back to your ATM, you see $105. It will return that money plus profit to your USDT spot wallet.
Very okay. I'm okay with your answers. I'm pleased with your answers. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All
So
right.
next person, Queen Mary. Queen Mary, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay, I guess Queen Mary is not ready. Sadiq, King Sadiq, Usman.
Oga Salis.
I couldn't unmute myself. Is it me?
Yeah, you are putting up your hand, so I asked you to unmute yourself and ask your question. So sorry, Sadiq, let her finish. Sorry. Queen Mary, you can unmute your question now.
Yeah, just a quick one. Thank you very much for everything you are doing. Apart from the buying more coins and sometimes opening more margin calls to maximize floating loss, is there any other way of reducing the floating loss?
There are two ways of reducing floating loss. Either you go and check the chart and see, can the coin do 20%? If you are sure, because you are good in looking at the chart, and you are in a floating loss of, let's say, 15%, assuming, let me just use 20%. You're in a floating loss of 20%, and you have gone to check the chart, and you have seen that that coin can do 20%, can do 20% when it starts to rise. You can decide to reduce the journey by going to do manual replenishment. Use, for example, you are in a trade with $100 and in a floating loss of minus 20%, and you have seen that the trade can do, that coin can do 20%. You can decide to go and inject another $100. So if you inject another $100, it will reduce the floating loss to 10%. So if your take profit is 5%, right? You just wait for the coin to pump. Once it gets to 15% floating, if it pump by 15%, it's going to now give you what? 5% of $200. That's one way. Second way of doing it is to use Magic 1. Minimum capital is 320 to open margin call, or Magic 2, minimum capital is $525. Use it to open margin call on that coin. It will keep vomiting money for you, depending when you completely sell off.
Okay.
In this second scenario, you don't need to look at the charts. Just go and open margin call on the coin. Simple. But the first scenario, you need to be good. I repeat, in capital letter, you need to be good in looking at the coin, because if you're not good in looking at the coin, if you go and do manual replenishment and the coin still dip, you'll still have to wait again. But in the second scenario, you don't need to be good. Just go and open margin call to keep making money for you.
Yes, that second scenario you explained. I think you also touched it in one of the sessions, but I tried to go and practice it on my own, and I got stuck in opening the margin call because I didn't know whether, like, assuming I was on margin call 3, where it ends in 7 margin calls. Then I wanted to open more with Magic 1, 320. Do I have to start afresh from number 8 as it is?
No. Yes, if you are using 7 margin call and it has exhausted the margin call and you're in a floating loss and you want to keep enjoying money, right?
Yes.
You want to use Magic 1 320. Just make sure you have 320 extra in your USDT spot wallet. Then you just go to the Excel template, you remove 20 from 320, you have 300. Where you see remark, ensure you type 300 there. Then you just go to your royal queue, continue from margin call 8. Whatever you see in margin call 1 on the Excel template is what you put in margin call 8. For the margin call drop, for the multiple buying ratio, whatever you see in margin call 1 on that Excel template is what you put in margin call 8 on your royal queue. Down to you know, if you're using 7 and this one is 20, so if you add 20 to 7, it becomes 27.
Okay.
So it's going you're going to start from 8 to 27. Multiple margin call drop from 8 to 27. Multiple buying ratio. Whatever you see on the first call on the Excel template is what you copy from there.
Okay. Then on the number of the margin calls, I put 20 or 27 there.
No, you put 27 because it has already bought 7 margin call. So you just add 20 to the 7, that's 27.
Okay, I
Then you
got stuck.
start
I didn't
from,
know what to do. Okay,
but then you
that's
start
fine.
from margin call 8, not 7,
Okay.
8.
Okay. But I will still put 27 on the total margin calls.
No, yes, margin call limit is 27.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll try it again tonight. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right, King Sadiq.
Okay, Coach Salis.
Oh, yeah, I'm listening.
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
All right, Coach Salis. Now, before picking a trade, or before you pick a coin you want to trade with, are you hearing me?
I can hear you. Go on.
Okay, like, is there any way you're going to know if the coin is to rise within an hour or to fall?
Are you using time, or you just want to know if the coin will rise?
Yeah, I just want to know if the coin will rise.
Now, the easiest and the fastest way to trade, if you want to follow RQTMI standard, the first thing we teach you is to show you how to become independent of signal. There are 25 volatile coins, 25 RQTMI volatile coins that we always share on our group. 25. Those coins, anytime you see -3 or -5 on any of them, those coins, specifically those coins, anytime you see -3 or -5, you can trade that coin and give you 3% take profit.
All right.
Once you see in fact, the higher the negative, the more effective the signal. Let's say you see 5, REF is one of them. REF, REEF, one of them. Let's say you see -5 on REF. That is good 3%. You don't need to go and be looking at support at the distance. You don't need to look at anything. What is it not number 1, 2, 3? This is 1, 2, 3 that was taught where we are in primary 1. Number.
Yes.
You have to keep your eye minus. Once you see -5 on REF in red color, reading -5 in red color, go and trade that REF and take 3%. Don't go beyond 3%. I repeat in capital letter. Don't go beyond 3%.
Thank you very much, sir.
-5 on those 25. I repeat, only those 25 volatile coins. I repeat, only those 20, because some people will still go and do another coin and come back and tell me it's not working. That's why I'm stressing it and being emphatic. Only those 25 volatile coins, anytime you see -5 or -3, go and trade them. But it works with RQTMI Excel template.
All right, sir.
Use RQTMI Excel template setting. Trade the coin and take your 3%. That means you are generating your signal by yourself. You don't need to go and wait for signal on the book.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. iPhone 11. If you drop your question on the chat, don't worry. I'm going back to the chat after I answer the response to iPhone 11. iPhone 11.
Okay. All right. Good evening. Please, I'm trying to bring someone on board, a new view. But I have opened the Royal queue, opened a new Binance account for the person. So I want to use the API, the application programming interface to bind to the Royal queue. But I noticed that in the Binance, I'm not seeing that other option where you can copy that secret key and this thing. So I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. But they just told me in the Binance that there is no this in the API key this thing generated. So I don't know if I have to activate the robot first.
No, you don't need to activate the robot. Just go to your Binance. To your Binance, go to home, search for API management. Once you go to API management.
Yes, I have. I'm here like this now.
You need to create new API. Tap on create new API.
I have created new one. I created new one, putting Royal queue.
And then you tap on shifted generated. Then you now go and type Royal queue. Once you have used the passkey or the code to activate that API, you will now scroll down and tap on edit. Tap on edit. Look for where you see edit. Once you have
It's not even
created
showing.
API.
Look at what they are telling me. Look at what they are telling me. They told me that
Are
your
you
account
holding the
has
phone?
not.
Is it the phone? What did you say?
No, I have the phone here, and I have the phone here. I have the phone here.
I have to see what you're saying. I can't be using I'm just using my normal knowledge to talk to you. And what are you saying?
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I have the phone where the new Binance account is being opened. So they are telling me now that your account has not created any API key yet. I think maybe it's because
you have not created the API. That's why it's telling you like that. What you are doing is not what it is.
So I was thinking maybe because it's a new Binance account.
You said?
Yes. Excuse me, please. If you've not funded your Binance account, it will not bind. Have you funded the Binance account?
I just funded it with $20. I've funded it with $21.
Then is your app, is it updated?
Yes, it's a new one. I just downloaded it.
Try and check for updates in case. This is the first time person is installing the app. Try and check for updates again. Just try it.
Okay.
So you try it again. Yes.
Okay.
So I'll go back.
Sorry, coach. I had an experience. Sorry, coach.
No, it's fine. It's fine. How long will it take to deliver? My brother King John, you are asking a question. If you open your shop and you're selling bag of rice, can you tell me how long? If you can't open the shop, can you tell me how long it will take for a customer to come and buy your bag of rice? So the same way you do business, that's how reality is. The technical analysis you are doing is just to reduce the time that you will spend in a coin. Just like if you make your shop sexy, very, very, very beautiful, it will attract customers. That's the same way with the technical analysis. You can analyze the coin and know when to enter. It will attract buyers to come and buy that coin. When they buy the coin will sell. The same way you do business, that's how it is here. Right? Your technical analysis, if you are very, very good, it's not going to take time for the coin to sell. Although it is not our father's market or mother's market. The coin market can do its thing. That's why you have margin calls. There are two sets of figures next to the coin on TradingView. Which one of them are we? I'm talking about the minus, the one in red color. Minus in percentage in red color. That's the one I'm referring to. That is the one I am referring to. This is it. Let me answer this one. It says, let him delete. Okay, sorry. I think I'm done with that. This session should close by 10. This is, if you can see my screen, this is what I'm referring to. If you go to your coin and show those coins, this is one I'm referring to. The negative sign here, this one here. This is the one I'm referring to. This one here, the one in percent. This is the one I'm referring to. In this case, there's no signal. I'll wait. I don't buy coin that. If you are using these tactics, this is what we refer to as RKTMI change percent tactics. You don't need to wait for signal. Once you see those two, it has to be the 25 volatile coins, right? Once you see any of them showing -3 or -5%, this one now, all of them, there is no signal. You have to wait. You have to wait patiently. Once you see -3 or -5, that's when you pick it. And you can do this 3%, you can do it like 5 times. Imagine you do it like 3 times in a day or 2 times in a day. That's 6% of the profit. You are using both practice category 1. That's 6% of 100, that's $12. So it all depends on you and whatever you want. So that's what I'm referring to. I want to believe everybody understood what I've just shared now. So I'm going back to the chat to see if there's any question again. If there's none, which of the top gainer coins are? I'm not referring to top gainers here. I'm referring to RKTMI 25 volatile coins. Once you see anyone that shows -3 or -5, trade it and take 3%. Simple. I'm not referring to top gainers coins, sir. Sorry about that. So King Chimi Yopi, you can ask your question. I can see he's not ready to, maybe probably his network has took him out. iPhone King, okay, I think iPhone, I've responded to you. Yeah. Do you have any question again?
Yeah, but I'm
Because,
still on it, but I don't know. Let me just.
if the phone is on you, you can share your screen now so that we follow you and do it together here before I end the class.
Okay. I will.
And the phone is not here now. So Mary, quickly ask your question. The session is supposed to end 10 o'clock.
Okay,
Mary,
just a
quickly
quick
ask
one. The same way I opened from my margin course that I finished from 7 to 27. Can I reverse it
No,
back
from
from
8.
27 back to 7?
From 8. From 8. I did not say from 7. I
From
say you
8
start.
to that's it, from 8 to 27. Can I reverse it back to from 27 back to either 8 or 7 if the market improves?
No, once you don't do that, just leave it. It will keep buying and selling for you.
But the money is tied down there now.
You don't need to. Once you have your 320, let's say you are trading with $100 and it has bought all the 7 margin calls and you're floating loss. If you open margin call with Magic 1, that means the 7 margin call you're using, you change it to margin call limits to 27. So if you do what I just told you, starting from margin call 8 down to 27 for multiple buying, from margin call drop, starting from margin call 8 to 27 for multiple buying ratio, depending on what you see on the Excel template. If you do that, you don't need to do anything again. Just go and relax. It will keep buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling, pending when the coin will completely recover and sell off completely because it's on one shot.
Okay.
But the profit in a day is a function of that capital you put.
Of the 320. Of the 300.
Yes, it depends. If you like, if you put 5,000 now, you cannot compare me that put 5,000 to margin call and you that put 320. We are not the same.
And the market recovery now depends on if the value go up in bullish.
As long as you open that margin call, you keep seeing money.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So I think I'm done here. King iPhone, I think you will come back tomorrow if it doesn't work. You need
No, it's working now. It's working. I'm trying to set it up. It have come out. The API key, the secret key, and this API key.
I'm glad you have seen the solution. This is why we need to keep attending Zoom. Somebody will ask
I'm always there.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not talking to you, King iPhone. I'm just talking in general. Right? You can see iPhone asked a question that somebody responded to that I myself have not. I just provided an answer based on what my experience. So it's important for you to attend Zoom so that you will learn and get an answer to a question that is asked, so that you yourself, you will now go and provide the answer to any of your team members that have that same challenge. Is that understood? Now, apart from that, if you go and Google the top 12 richest men on earth, none of them are sitting down in the office collecting salary. None of them. All of them are CEO of a company making money. All right? So, and what are they doing in summary? They are selling something. They are selling a product. Elon Musk discovered the challenges we are having. Who is talking? You have any question there? Elon Musk, I'm closing the session now. Elon Musk discovered the challenges that people face, humanity, son of Adam, the challenges we face in terms of internet. That is why he provided solution to it, which is called Starlink, selling his Starlink. As long as you are using it, he's making money. He also discovered the challenges we face in terms of crude oil, going to extract it from the ground, refine, and so on, so etc., etc. That is why he now started Tesla, electric motor. They don't need fuel. So he's selling something to make money. So which means all these rich people, what they are doing is selling. If we also follow that same process to sell, we are going to be rich like them. And a very good example is Bilod. Anybody that knows Bilod? Bilod is a Nigerian that started cryptocurrency in 2017. He started selling something. Today, his net worth is $20 million after 7 years of existence in cryptocurrency industry. After 7 years. So cryptocurrency is not an industry where you want to just start today. In the next 2 weeks, you blow. It is a lie. GroyaQ is what? A get rich slow, not get rich quick scheme. It's a get rich slow scheme right? That if you put in the work in the next 3 to 5 years, for the rest of your life, it will pay you for the rest of your life, right? The same way with Mark Zuckerberg, he is selling something. He is not in one small office collecting salary. He's selling his software, Facebook, WhatsApp. As long as you are using WhatsApp, he's making money. Is there a day you wake up in the morning that you don't check your WhatsApp? So it means there is no day he's not going to make money, right? So that is what you have seen and has provided the opportunity for us. Imagine you have, in the next 5 years, you decided to go aggressive in terms of marketing RoyalQ, and you have a team member of 20,000 team members. As long as they are making money with their app, you are also making money, right? If you have good capital in RoyalQ, you don't need to share. You have $50,000 in your capital. Me, even if I have $100,000 capital, I'll still be sharing. I'll still be sharing because you are touching lives positively. You are empowering the youth. You are reducing unemployment. I will end this session with the words of John Kennedy. Don't ask what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow, same time, 9 p.m. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, Coach.